Hey guys, I'm Viper and welcome to my Abu Dhabi Grand Prix preview quiz video. Yeah, it's the last race of the season. I know, sad. No F1 for how many months? 4 months? Ish. 3 or 4 months. Obviously winter testing I think January, February, so not got long, but yeah, last race of the 2017 season. I have to admit, this year's gone pretty quick, if I'm honest. More so than the last few years, but I think that's just mainly because of the title fight that's probably made things go a bit quicker. I don't know. But yeah, last race of the season. Obviously, we saw a dominant Vettel last time out after he slipped one up the inside of Bottas at the start of the race before. Obviously in Brazil, and also I believe Lewis finished 4th, Hamilton finished 4th, despite starting from the pit lane, which was a mighty effort from him. Could have been on the podium if he didn't wear his tyres out so much. Red Bull, I think they admitted it, but they weren't quite on the pace, which is unfortunate. But anyway, moving on, obviously, last race of the season. I reckon it's got some characteristics, you know, of the Mercedes and the Ferrari, so it suits one. It doesn't just suit one car more than the other. So in Spain, how it was very tight, but yet it was a straight for Mercedes to catch the Ferraris and stuff like that. I think we could see a decent race go down here, because obviously it being Felipe Massa's last race, not his last. He had his last home race last time out, but this is his actual last F1 race. Like I said, thanks very much Felipe for being in the sport. You've been a right good driver to watch over the years. I might have only been watching F1 for the last 5-6 years, but watching you from say the last couple of years, it's been pretty good. But yeah. Anyway, obviously, as always, I have 5 questions to ask you guys regarding the Grand Prix, which I've got here. And obviously, at the end of the week, I've got the answers for you guys. So, let's jump into it. So, obviously, don't forget, I'll give my predictions after the questions. So, let's crack into the questions first. So, for question 1, when was the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix first hosted? And for the bonus point, can you name the winner of that race? Question 2. In 2012, Nico Rosberg retired from the race due to an accident, but who was it with? Question 3. It has rained at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix since it was hosted. True or false? Question 4. Which teams have won the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix the most? I said teams, not team. Now I think, which teams have won it the most? And finally, the last question. How many laps is the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix? Fairly straightforward, the questions, really. Didn't really want to go for something too complicated. Yeah. Anyway, getting on to the prediction side of things. So, like I said, I think that the part of the track suits the Ferrari, part of the track suits the Mercedes. So obviously the straights and whatnot, where the cars can pick up speed, I think Mercedes can fly away there. However, because of the corners, particularly in Sector 3, I think that'll be more to Ferrari's strengths than Mercedes, because we know Ferrari are better in the corners than Mercedes. Where Red Bull are going to be, I'd say they're going to be 3rd quickest for this race. I can't see them challenging for a win. Possibly a podium, but not for a win. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen in the race. There could be a massive accident, who knows. But I'd like to see, and I think everyone else would like to see, a fight between Vettel and Lewis again on just, on pace alone. I'd like to see the 2 cars have, identical pace to each other throughout the race, so it's kind of nip and tuck and one mistake could throw away the win, that sort of thing. Because as it stood this year, the start it looked like it was going Ferrari's way and everything, and obviously Mercedes was very competitive and they had a rival. And obviously the second half, Mercedes has just completely run away with it, with Ferrari only scoring 1 win. Which is kind of hard to believe, really, considering they started off so strongly, and I was expecting Ferrari to win the championship this year and Vettel to win. But considering the amount of the accidents and the amount of the pace that the Mercedes had in the second half over Ferrari, and obviously Ferrari's technical problems and the accident in Singapore, there's been a lot of ups and downs for both teams, really. I don't think many for Mercedes, but there's been a lot for Ferrari. Which makes next year more interesting. I'll get onto that in a short while. But as for predictions, who do I think will get pole? Well, given his strong record here, I mean, I say strong record, it's not that strong, but given he did win the title in 2014 here, I'd say Lewis has a pretty good chance of getting pole. But I think it'll be close in qualifying, to be honest, between Merc and Ferrari. I'd probably say like within a tenth or two, or less than half a tenth or something like that, proper close. But we'll see. As for the race, so pole, Lewis Hamilton, race, ooh, I'm going to say Vettel, mainly because he was stronger at Brazil, a track that he's won at more than Lewis by a long shot. And to be honest, he's won at Abu Dhabi more than Lewis, I think, as well. So I think, you know, this will be more suited to Vettel. But if Merc has got better race pace than Ferrari, then Mercedes will win it. But I think it'll be more on Ferrari side. Again, I could be wrong. It might end up being a Mercedes domination. But I'm going to say for the race, Vettel to win, Lewis to be close second. Third place, I'm going to say Kimi again. Bottas will be fourth, and then I'll say, ooh, who could we have fifth place? Daniel Ricciardo. Seems like a typical top five. So, pole position Lewis Hamilton, race win Sebastian Vettel, second place Lewis Hamilton, third place Kimi Raikkonen, fourth Bottas, fifth Ricciardo. Sounds like a decent top five, I think. More quite realistic, unless there's a big accident takes all of them out. But we'll see. And that's been all for the video. But before I do go, I just want to quickly mention this will be my last F1 video, because next year I'm not going to be covering. Obviously, there'll be a lack of videos on the channel next year. There won't be as much. Again, I'll get into this more in the big video that I mentioned. I say big video, it'll be a lengthy one, 15-20 minutes probably. If I stick to the point, it will be. No, but seriously, yeah, I won't be covering F1 next year. I don't think I'll be watching it next year either, but we'll see, because mainly it's just because of the halo. I don't like the whole idea of the halo. I think I mentioned this for the Brazilian Grand Prix review about 2 weeks ago. But I don't like the halo. I never have liked the idea. Obviously, I get the reason why they're introducing it and stuff, but it just looks too ugly for the cars, and it's kind of turned me away from F1. Whoever wins the championship next year or the year after, I'm not really too bothered. If it's Lewis, fair enough. If it's Vettel, fair enough. They both deserve a fifth championship. If Alonso somehow comes into it, then he'll definitely deserve a third title, that's for sure. But again, I won't be so sure with McLaren's state and Renault going haywire and everything. Yeah, so I don't know about. I probably won't be covering F1 next year. Again, I'll mention more of this in the big video, the talks video that I'll be doing that's coming up. But yeah, so as always, make sure to leave your answers to the questions down in the comments, as well as your predictions for this weekend's Grand Prix. I shall see you on Wednesday, actually, for another video. It's only minor, but it'll be out on Wednesday, and obviously I'll see you again on Friday for the answers video. So until then, I've been Vibe Racing. You guys have been awesome for watching. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Ta-ra!